All right, yes, I finally got around to this one. I don't know what really took me so long, because I love James, love Wilty, and I don't know, it just kind of never happened. But we got it. Today, here we are, a whimsical RollAcaster. James ACASTER on When I Lie to You. Let's go. Let's do this. Also, I saw the chapters of what this video contains, and since I already saw the Mick one, which was actually my very first Would I Lie to You video ever, we're just going to skip that one. Luckily, it's at the end, so we can just watch until there, and then I'll just leave the link or something if you haven't seen it. But let's do this.
You were aware of Deer, though, weren't you?
Yes, actually I was.
So you'd
because
seen
of Bambi.
Deer?
Hang on.
That's Lily Allen, right? Wait, I'm sorry. I love
Because
her.
of Bambi.
Deer of Deer,
Sorry.
though, weren't you?
Yes, actually I was.
So you'd
because
seen
of Bambi.
Deer?
Hang on. Because of a fiction. This doesn't make sense. You've seen a fictional reindeer.
Well, if
Flying in the sky.
if Bambi flew, then I probably wouldn't have believed in deer.
Did you stop believing in carpets when you saw Aladdin?
Valid question.
I don't understand how you can go through life without seeing a real reindeer.
Sorry, are we talking about reindeer?
I've never seen one.
No.
Hello,
I mean,
David.
No, but...
It was a Barbra Streisand song. It's from Yentl. It didn't do very well.
What was the song?
Papa, can you hear me?
Oh, a lovely tune,
you
that
love
one.
it.
That's
I don't
lovely.
know.
But not on Yentl.
It so
It
is.
certainly is.
That was a test.
There's a walnut in your parents' house.
There
you,
is.
for whatever reason, maybe hunger, want to open it.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
a sledgehammer.
Who was witnessing this?
There were... my parents were there, my brother, his wife, my wife.
Peter Gabriel.
David's not going to get that joke. Do you want me to explain? Are you all right with that, David?
Sledgehammer.
Oh, sledgehammer. Oh, yeah. Very good.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah. I was expecting stories, not just jokes. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I like how he's just so serious when he just throws random jokes like very, very seriously. It's just like you don't even know if he's kidding or not.
Sorry, I'll rephrase that. Rob and David aren't going to get this joke. What happened? Was it?
You'll find there's absolutely no visible scar.
I believed everything until we looked at his funds.
There's nothing
And then I was like, that man not only has not hit himself in the thumb with a sledgehammer, but I don't think he's picked up anything in weeks.
There we go.
I once spent the night in a bush in Basingstoke.
David's team.
Right.
That's a true.
I believe it's true too.
Spending the night in a bush in Basingstoke.
I missed my train.
Where do you live?
Well, at the time, I lived in Kettering in Northamptonshire,
Right.
Rose of the Shires.
Why didn't you go to a luxury hotel?
Well, David, at the time, I had no money in my wallet at all, and my phone was dead. I had no way of contacting anyone.
That certainly adds up.
Why a bush? Why not a bench or, like, somewhere warmer than a bush?
Well,
What's warmer than a bush? I'm sorry.
Somewhere warmer than a bush.
well,
Is a bench warmer than a bush?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
A bush is warmer than a
A
bench.
bench is definitely colder than a bush.
Me
More
too.
exposed.
there's an old saying, you're warmer in a bush than on a bench.
So where was the bush? Paint the picture of the local
It was right in
area.
front of the train station, and there was like a little, like, pick-up point for taxis and stuff, and then it went down a little bit to the road, and then right in front of the road, just a load of
So
bushes.
you didn't look for a long time for a particularly comfy spot?
I'll level with you, David. The amount of time it took me to decide to sleep in the bush was embarrassingly short.
Was it? Now, that does surprise me. It was a quick decision. You've missed your train, and you go, right, that's it. And you immediately, like, 14 seconds later, you're snoring.
Well, I actually didn't get to sleep. It was scary. I was freezing, actually. Even though the bush... It was a nice, roomy bush.
Can you remember the shape of the leaves?
small little Basingstoke leaves.
Individual leaves.
Yeah.
Variegated?
OK, you have to explain what that word means.
Yeah, what?
It means there's a sort of white bit on the outside, I think.
I wasn't paying attention to the leaves. I had bigger problems at the time. I wasn't sitting in the bush going, one day, I may have to justify this entire experience on what I liked. I better memorise the leaves and whether they're gentrified or whatever you said.
There you go.
So, James, you've settled down in the bush and you're lying there, but it's cold.
Oh, I'm sitting there.
Sitting in the bush?
Sitting there, cross-legged and cold. I had a T-shirt on.
How are you going to go to sleep sitting?
I was scared. So I hadn't really... it was Friday night in Basingstoke. There were hoodlums around.
And all you had on was a T-shirt?
And jeans.
And jeans, of course.
Yes.
I feel like the bench is warmer.
So, did anybody hear you in the bush and come and investigate?
At one point they did. At one point some hoodlums stopped outside the bush. They said, you know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't...
Kicked the bush.
We haven't beaten someone up in a while. Haven't done in a while.
My mind went, you know what we haven't done in a while? It was either kick a random bush just because, or... You know what we haven't done in a while? We haven't peed in a bush. Whoops. My bad. Never mind.
We haven't beaten someone up in a while. That's how they speak, David. Bullies speak like that to each other. And I was in the bush, and at the time I was wearing a red dress.
What did you say? What?
I was wearing a dress by now.
By now?
You said you're in a T-shirt.
Originally I was in a T-shirt, and then I had to put a dress on.
Why did you put a dress on?
It was cold.
Where did you get a dress?
I had it in a bag.
Why?
I was making a short film, and I had to buy the wardrobe for the cast.
I really want this to be
You're
true
in
now.
the bush. The hoodlums had moved on. They didn't beat you up.
I tricked them. I put the bag over my head.
You seriously put the bag over your head?
Yeah, put yourself in my shoes. They're saying they want to beat someone up. If they look down and see me wearing a dress, it'll be like Christmas. So, I put the bag over my head, and now if they look down, they'll think someone's left a bag and a dismembered body in a bush.
People at home, don't put bags on your heads.
No. Let's go back to the temperature of this bush now.
Oh, my God.
You said you went into the dress for warmth, but surely the jeans and the T-shirt were warmer than the dress. There's a lot of ventilation.
I think he said he put the dress on over.
I don't think he took the jeans.
Yeah.
Oh, it was double.
Yeah, no, but he didn't slip out of the jeans and the T-shirt. Fold them up nicely at the side, and then get the dress and put it on and go, oh,
There we go.
wonderful. He wasn't doing that.
Oh, right.
By the end of the night, he's wearing the jeans, the T-shirt, the dress,
There we
and
go.
the bag.
May I just say, it's lucky this didn't happen to Melvin, because if so, he'd have been on a bench wearing a dress and nothing else.
Let's go for a guess. Is he telling the truth? Melvin, what do you
Dude,
think?
wait, I don't... I want to say true just because of how ridiculous this was. Also, I can obviously imagine this for some reason. I don't even know why. I haven't even seen that many clips of this guy. But I can totally imagine him wearing... And for some reason, I don't know if it was said or not. I have no idea. But for some reason, in my mind, he's wearing a red dress. I don't think they said the color of the dress because I imagine if they did, they would have come up again. But I can totally see him in just jeans, a shirt, and a red dress on top. I've got the picture of the dress and everything. I know exactly what kind of dress this was. Sitting in a bush, being cold, with a bag on. I can see this, okay? I can just picture it perfectly being true. Obviously, like I'm not even mad if it turns out to be a lie because that would be the obvious answer. But it's so obvious, it has to be a lie. It has to be true. I'm sorry. Oh, I misspoke. My bad.
Looking at James, I can believe that he could put on a dress with a bag over his jeans and T-shirt, but a man that picks a bush over a bench, I can't trust.
the hell?
So on that basis, it's a lie.
On that basis?
Hey.
I've got to absolutely say it's true. I'm believing every element, really.
I'm going to go true.
True. Yeah. You're saying true. Right. James, was it true or was it a lie?
It's true.
Poor guy, what the hell?
James, how do you know Jerry?
This is Jerry. He's the fireman who every Boxing Day soaks me with water during a festive game of squirt.
Oh. OK. What's going on?
Squirt is a game.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah. 2 teams of firemen.
OK, so that's for a game of squirt. The first thing you need is 2 teams of fire.
And they go either side of a river.
Yeah.
And you get a rope and you tie it up in a tree at one side of the river. And then you run it along and you tie it to a tree at the other side of the river.
Yeah.
But before you've tied it to the other side, you thread a barrel across it.
Of course you do.
Just thread a barrel.
Yeah. What if there's a fire in the local area during the lengthy setup for a game of squirt?
Well, he's not. They can't put out fires anyway. He's only volunteer.
Sorry?
They're just a volunteer fire brigade. They're not allowed to put out fires.
What are they allowed to do? Just look at them?
Are permitted to pick up litter.
Where do they get the fire engines and everything from then?
Their fire engine's an old one. It's more like a ice cream van that's painted red.
The
I'm gonna say lie.
volunteers, do they have the uniforms?
No. The Kettering Volunteer Fire Brigade have a T-shirt and it has an emblem on it of a fire being put out by a beer.
Talk us through the rules of squirt.
OK. You get the barrel to the middle of the rope, right in the middle of the rope, and then both teams aim their hoses at it.
Are the volunteer firemen allowed real water, or do they just mime it?
No, they're allowed water, they just can't aim it at a fire.
OK.
There you go.
If there was a fire, they would have to turn the hose off.
Right.
Oh my God.
So what happens next?
Someone's like, go! And then they both turn their hoses on and they aim it at the barrel. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the barrel, trying to squirt it along the rope so it gets to the opposition side of the bank. And all the water is hitting this barrel, and we're standing on the bridge. Getting soaked.
Yeah.
And then you walk home going, good squirt this year.
Right, now then, is Jerry Siobhán's concerned copper, James's
know.
fireman friend,
No.
or Lee's peeved paramedic?
I don't know.
I don't. I mean...
Without even hearing the other stories, I'm gonna say it was whatever the woman is and whatever her story was. Just for, you know, shits and giggles.
I think it's James's.
You think it's James's?
Does
I
she
think
really?
it's Sean.
I mean, I think we're agreed Lee is lying.
Yeah.
The question is it James or Siobhán?
I think it's a mate of James's from the pub who was a volunteer fireman.
I'm not happy about this. Because my instinct is that James is telling the truth.
Right.
But I know what that's saying publicly. I know what I am then believing. I'm believing a game that is played across a river between volunteer firemen with a souped-up ice cream van squirting a barrel in which the locals come and stand and watch in just the place where they get splattered with water.
What's it going to be?
I think it's James.
You're going to go with James?
Yeah. Go on, I'm saying
Jerry,
it's James.
would you please reveal your true identity?
I'm Jerry, and I'm a volunteer fireman who soaks drains.
Oh, Jerry.
I should have known.
Jerry is James's fireman friend. Thank you very much, Jerry.
That's awesome.
One Christmas, on hearing I wasn't going to get the present I wanted, I tried to drown myself.
Wait, I gotta hear that again because I didn't catch that. But also, I realize you guys are gonna be saying in the comments that I am dumb or whatever because this is a James compilation and obviously his story was gonna be true. But did you guys hear the story? Also, I was told that specifically, if it's in this person's compilation, it's because all their stories are true, blah, blah, blah. So there was one story where I didn't really believe it. I don't even remember a compilation of who. And I was like, that's gonna be true because it's this person's video or whatever. And it was not. So, and it was a this is my thing. So, okay, bear with me, people. But did you hear the story? Okay, hold on, what? What happened, what?
One Christmas, on hearing I wasn't going to get the present I wanted, I tried to drown myself. In protest.
It continued.
Tell us the story.
Well, I wasn't going to get the present I wanted.
Which was? What did you want?
The Spice Girls' debut album, Spice.
It's a lie. That's so weird, because I did get it, and I did try and drown myself.
No! Don't applaud that. It's a great album.
How old were you then?
I was like 10 or 11.
Right.
So you wanted the album.
No, he really wanted it.
Stop right now. So you wanted the album?
Yes, I really, really wanted it.
Okay, so don't use mine in the edit, yeah? Well, can I just say stop right now?
Yeah.
I love that one if they use this.
Who's your friend? Big Ears?
I didn't get that.
So what happened, James?
I wanted the Spice Girls album, Spice. And so did my sister. We'd both been pestering our parents a lot for the album. My father decided he had to tell us before Christmas who was going to get the album or not, because he didn't want an upset on Christmas Day. And so he waited until we were in a safe space with the local swimming pool. We'd all gone for a family swim.
Yeah. And a lovely Christmassy thing to do. A lot of people do a lot of swimming in the run-up to Christmas.
Yes. Because it was in honour of the 7...
In Argentina, they do. Why? Because it's summer here. Why? Because summers here get to like 40 freaking degrees. So yeah, you better bet your ass everybody's in the public pool.
Run up to Christmas.
Because it was in honour of the 7 swans of swimming.
Yeah.
That's what we did. We were swimming, and then my dad called a family meeting.
Shallow end?
Shallow end, yes. Oh, you're not treading water during a family meeting. He said, right, it's a week until Christmas, and I'm just going to let you know that Ruth is getting the Spice Girls album.
Ridiculous.
Well, where were you then? Because at the time, I looked like I overreacted.
Take us through this reaction. Paint a picture of how a young James reacted.
It was like a storm came over me. I was very angry. And then I turned and I walked to the other end of the shallow end. I did a width.
Yeah.
I would have stormed away, but it's very hard.
Yeah.
He's doing it great.
Yeah. Wade through the water. You have to say every now and again, I'm really cross.
Of course you do.
Went to the other end, and I turned round so they could see my face, and I just sat down slowly. And I was under the water. I went, well, I was thinking this.
I bet.
I guess I'll either stay here until one of two things happens. Either I get the Spice Girls' debut album, Spice, Oh, I'm gonna die.
Which happened?
Well, what happened was, I came back up again, and I saw that not only were they not, they were just carried on swimming. They got always under the water now, and my dad quickly went, problem solved, and they carried on swimming.
What are you thinking, Noddy?
I just don't think his dad would do that. I think he'd buy 2 albums.
Oh, I'm unaware that you knew my father, Noddy.
I love the way this guy tells stories. I don't even know what to think, because everything I heard so far, even though I guessed wrong, was true, correct? So, and this is the last story until the Mick thing, which is also true. So, like, I believe it. For some reason, I want to say true. My gut is saying true, but it's weird for a video to be all true. And I don't think I remember witnessing this guy telling a lie or making up a story. So, you know what? I'm going to go with true just because it's gut feeling. It sounds so ridiculous for a kid and stuff. And yes, kids can be that petty and ridiculous and silly. So I'm going to say true, but I have it would make more sense if it were a lie. Just like, because all the reasons I already said. Because it's weird to have a whole video of all truths and whatever. But I'm still going with true. Why not?
What do you think about the 2 albums buying issue?
Well, like, as a parent, I just would have thought that just quietly, like, going off to HMV to buy an album is easier than taking the whole family for a group swim.
So what are you going to say, David? What's it going to be?
I think it's false.
I'll say lie.
You think that you both think it's a lie? I'm going to say lie.
OK.
Yeah.
James, were you telling us the truth, or was it a lie?
I was telling the truth.
Yes!
Yes, it's true.
There you
James
go.
did try to drown himself in protest over his Christmas present.
I love that.
And for 6 months.
And this I have seen. So we're going to end this here. It is the last one. And, yeah. Make. Wait, what's this? Oh, yeah, it's the photo of the cabbages. We got that. And then just like a silly outro, which is just weird. Weird old pics of him. We can totally watch that if you guys want. Weird pics. There we go. Oh, I must push play. Oh my god. There you go. I don't know what that is, but there you go. Okay, so the last one, this is my Mick cabbage faux whatever I can place somewhere around here. I've already watched it separately. It'll be here at some point. But this guy is just brilliant. The way he tells story, it's so funny. And I am so happy that I got that last one right. I'm proud of myself. Just proud. Anyway, this guy's just so much fun. Really funny. I was surprised to see Lily Allen there. But whatevs. I kind of wanted to hear, I guess I can look up her telling a story or something. Didn't know she was ever on. But anyway, there you go. A whimsical RollAcaster. I'm not sure how to say. I know I'm not saying that right, but it's a weird one. Anyway, all these like compilation videos of the people on wilty have the weirdest freaking names. They're so hard to pronounce. So we're just whatever. I'm just winging it. But I enjoyed that. This guy is just awesome. I really enjoy him. Just the way he tells stories is so weird and awkward. It's enjoyable. If that makes any kind of sense. Anyway, guys, whatever you are off to do, have a great one. Eat, live, laugh, and love. Yeah, those are the words. And do so in the best way possible. Enjoy life, because, I mean, if you're not enjoying it, what's the point? Just enjoy it. Anyway, I'm leaving, because otherwise I'm going to start talking about food and stuff as per usual, and I don't want to. Just because I don't need to. Anyway, all of you have a beautiful today and an even more beautiful tomorrow. And thank you to all of you, and thank you to my members.